Hi, I'm Tom for Waterwise Botanicals, and today I want to tell you a story. You see, once upon a time, there was a little grass plant that people started enjoying. They liked to look at it and plant it in their garden. And the reason that they did is because it would have a little tassel. That's the flowering part of a grass. And it was very light and feathery, and it would even move in the breeze. And that grass was called the Mexican feather grass. Oh my goodness, people loved it, and they started planting it everywhere. And one of the things about that particular ornamental grass that was special is it was a grass that could tolerate drier conditions. Because you see, a lot of the ornamental grasses that we use in our gardens these days, they're absolutely beautiful and graceful, but they require regular garden watering. But that little guy, the Mexican feather grass, could grow in quite dry areas. And because it didn't get too big, and because it added that softening texture to a landscape, people started using it everywhere, and they loved it. Don't do that! Because the problem turned out to be is that the Mexican feather grass would produce, after this little soft feathery flower, seeds. And those seeds went everywhere, and they came up everywhere. And pretty soon, that little invited guest became an uninvited pest. And in many locations, it started not only coming up everywhere in people's gardens and in landscapes, but even started spreading out and becoming an invasive species. And we don't want to do that. So we had been looking and looking for an answer to a cool little soft textured grass that you could plant in a garden that's even quite dry, and would give you that nice appearance, that nice softening texture, and that nice feeling, and not have that invasive problem. And the answer to that is a plant that's called Sesleria nitida, the blue bristle grass. Now this guy doesn't get any bigger than about barely under a foot tall, and it has these little puffs that it produces all through spring, summer, and into fall. And then it has this blue-gray colored foliage. It's a very special, very pretty grass that you can add and lend to your garden so that you can have that softener tucked in between rocks and between hardscape features, or just to soften the textures of other plants. And where it's especially charming is along with some wildflower-like perennials in your cactus gardens, to get that completely perfect and natural look in your garden by adding and applying this new and available landscape ornamental grass, which we have here and readily available, and you can get at Waterwise Botanicals all the time. And I'm glad you stayed with me for this nice, very happy little story about a happy little grass who's going to come and visit your garden. Tom for WaterwiseBotanicals.com.